The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Paul, is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you for yielding. I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I think there's clearly been a goal among a group of us, two goals. We have been striving to make sure this Congress follows procedure. That is, if we go to war, that we do it properly. It's pretty difficult to achieve this, especially when a president is willing to go to war, and then we have to do this in a second thought. I am pleased that at least today we are trying to catch up on this. The second issue is whether it's wise to go to war. And certainly under these circumstances, I think it's very unwise for the American people to go to war at this time. The Serbs have done nothing to us, and we shouldn't be over there perpetuating a war. Our problem has been that we are trying to accommodate a half century at least of a policy which is interventionism at will by our presidents. We have become the policemen of the world, and as long as we endorse that policy, we will have a difficulty with the subject that we're dealing with today. Today we're trying to deal legally with a half a war. A half a war is something like a touch of pregnancy. You can't have a half a war. If you don't declare a war, and if you don't have a war because it's in our national interest and for national security reasons, you don't fight to win the war. And that's always been our problem, whether it was Korea or Vietnam or wherever. So to me, it's so important that you fight war for national security reasons, you declare a war, and you fight to win the war. We're not about to do that today. We're not going to declare war against Serbia. Serbia has done nothing to America. They've been a close allies of ours, especially in World War II. So we're not going to do that. Are we going to demand that the troops be removed? Probably not. So what are we going to do? We're going to perpetuate this confusion. But what we should do is vote down a declaration of war, vote to get the troops out of there, and vote to condemn the bombing. And the sooner we do that, the better. That's in Americans' interests.
Gentleman's time has expired.